It's not easy working years on building a channel and then one day you just wake up and it's all gone. So if you're watching this video, you're either actually curious about what happened to me or you've just been hacked. And it's the worst thing that can happen. As a creator, as someone who's put a lot of effort into something that you eventually quit your job for. Now, obviously you're watching this video, which means I got the account back, but I know how stressful it is. Let me walk through the entire process. What happened with me? Let me explain. So January 29th. So basically on a daily basis, I get a lot of brand outreach emails that want to work with me. And it's not unknown, you know, for people to use certain platforms online to manage their brand deals, their collaborations. I had this email sitting in my inbox for a while and I was a bit hesitant on it. Got an email from AdSense. Now the first red flag is that the email domain wasn't actually available. It was AdSense.quest. So actually when you go to that domain, it doesn't exist. But I figured, you know, AdSense is a big name. It's a big chair brand. So anyway, I replied to that email and just showed genuine enthusiasm and interest in the collab. It was a decent budget. Obviously, they never really reveal their budget as the first outreach email, but I figured, okay, that's nice of them. So anyway, they reply. I don't actually remember the specifics, but I'll put up some screenshots and videos along the way. They replied and basically said that they only deal with partnerships through their platform, which I know, as I said, it's not unheard of. So I figured, okay, let me check this platform out. Platform is tracker.app and I Googled it, I Trustpiloted it, seemed okay. There was nothing that really stood out, couldn't find anything about scamming or anything like that online. I was hesitant, as I said. I came back to the email and later on after. But anyway, I thought, right, my task today was to clear out my emails. So this is one of them, let's get on with it and see what this is about. Now I wish I never did that, but anyway, it took me to their website. I clicked the link in the email and it took me to their website. And they had a registration page, obviously to sign up to the platform. So the only option to sign up was the button that says sign in with Google. That's not unheard of. Signing with Google is everywhere. You use that it's an easy way to log in and create accounts wherever you're creating them. It opened a pop-up that basically said, would you want to log into your account? It's a legit Google login. I chose the account that's tied to my YouTube account. And then it asked me for the password. So I entered my password and then it started spinning. It all went a bit gray, dark overlay and started spinning. And after about 10 seconds, pop-up closed and that was it. No redirect, nothing. So then about 5 minutes later, I started getting an email from Google. They said your password had been changed. And literally 5 seconds after that, I got another email. Your recovery email address has been changed. Your phone number has been changed. Basically every little thing. They removed my passkey, your two-factor authentication I had removed, revoked. And so I was like, hang on a minute, this isn't good. And my heart's like pounding at that point. So I tried to log into my account. Password not accepted, try another way. I enter my phone number, not accepted, that's not your phone number. Recovery email address, that's not your email address. They completely locked me out of my account. So I sat back and I was like, this can't be happening. Have I really just been scammed? On a side note, I literally came to this location because I knew it was empty. This place is called Faros. And I knew I could film here, I'd probably get out the drone as well, because I'm allowed to fly it here, at least on one side. If you look down there, looks like the army has actually set up something down here and they're doing some overnight thing or during the day thing, I don't know. So yeah, I was basically completely locked out of my account. Nothing I could do. Every method I could try to get in, I couldn't get in. My channel was still up, obviously. They only just gained access to my Google account. So I tried to go into Google and actually log in. Obviously, it redirects you as a Google login. So what are you going to do? So I started panicking and yeah, I was so scared because I've worked so hard for this channel. So I rang my partner. I said, look, this and this has happened. kind of been locked out now. I'm really stressed out. I don't know what to do. Bless her, she was just trying to calm me down, and she had a look. And she actually found a contact with Google One. So if you're a Google One subscriber, even if it's Gmail, like an extra 100 gig on Google storage or something on the drive, you're actually entitled to special support where you can actually get in touch with someone and actually call them. So I thought, okay, this is what I need. I need to get in touch with someone so I can actually speak to them. And yeah, I just wanted to speak to someone at Google and tell them what happened. I actually managed to speak to someone at Google, and I basically said, look, I know this is probably the wrong department, and I know I shouldn't be calling you, but can you help me or pass my details to someone? Basically, my channel's just been hijacked. My account's been taken over, and I've lost all access. Look, I'm a YouTube partner. I have been for years, and I really need to get back in now. So it was a nice lady on the phone, but she said basically I can't really do anything for you, but she did ring the YouTube department or something, and she said she opened a case for me, and I would get a response within 24 hours from them. Did I get a response? Not really. It makes me think that she probably didn't even file the case. It was just to shut me up, but it is what it is. So anyway, I closed the phone, so I figured, okay, now I guess I've got to wait 24 hours for a response. But, you know, in cases like this, you can't really wait that long without hearing from anything or actually doing anything. So I started Googling, as you do, and I found forums, people who have gone through the same thing. I found some YouTube videos I started watching, and they all said to tweet Team YouTube on Twitter or X and tell them that you've been hijacked and they will respond to you and help you. Now, personally, I found that incredibly weird. First of all, I didn't have a Twitter account or an X account, but to tweet someone in order to get support about a hacked account seems just really weird to me. But I was literally run out of options, so I figured this is better than nothing. So while I was waiting for that 24-hour period to be over, I figured let me at Team YouTube as well, and we'll see what we're going to do. So I created an X account, and obviously my fear was because it's a new account, they probably won't take me seriously. So I reached out to the community on Instagram, and thank God for you guys, because there was a few, I think it was you lot that actually helped me out. I had about 10, 15, 20 people tag them and tell them, you know, Peter's been hacked and help him out and stuff like that. I tweeted them a few times because I just wasn't getting a response. I mean, the first response I got was basically saying that you need to go and recover your account and stuff like that. But obviously I tried all that and I couldn't recover my account because all my recovery details were changed completely. Anyway, I tweeted them again, and at some point from all the requests, they actually did reply and they said, we're going to send you a DM with more info. And within a couple minutes, they actually did. They sent me a DM. Now, in the meantime, I did reach out to a few people on Instagram, as I said, and one of them is probably someone that you know, Envision. So Matt, he recommended a guy named Shen, which I'll put up on the screen, who actually went through the same thing. And he said you should talk to him and see what the process was like and what it's about and what he'd done to actually get it back, because I think he went through the exact same thing. So I, surely enough, reached out to Shen, and he answered with a few things that we needed to do. And long story short, you basically need to fill in a form and saying that you've been hijacked, the account is yours, and provide details like your channel ID and your channel name, various stuff in the form anyway. And once you have that, then a case is opened from YouTube and then they'll review it. So I was like, okay, so how do I actually fill in one of these forms? He says you need to @ Team YouTube on Twitter. So I was like, great, okay, I just did that. But yeah, he gave me basically clarity on the processes that you needed to take to actually get your account back. Anyway, YouTube replied to me. They sent me a DM and they said, you need to fill in this form. It's a unique link for you, where you can basically, it will take you to the sign in with Google page. You basically enter your recovery email, but it's basically a different route, where at the end of it, you're also going to enter a contact email, which is how they're going to tie this case to you as a contact email. Now, this bit is very, very important because I didn't know this, but when I first filled in the form, I entered my contact email as the one I was contacted them through, because they told me I needed to use a Google address to contact for this whole communication for the case to be opened. So I used a personal account of mine that I had. And obviously that account is not tied to my YouTube account at all. It's got no relevance at all. But in hindsight, where you enter your contact email, make sure that contact email is actually your recovery email that you used for your Google account. That is very, very important, because they're going to send you things to that email where you need to verify. And obviously that's your recovery email that you're saying for your YouTube channel and your Google account. So as long as you have access to that, then to them that is good enough proof that the account is yours. See, in my case, I used my personal email address. And later on down this stage, they had trouble verifying that I was who I was, because that email address was not actually tied to anything. So yeah, just a note, make sure you use the email address that you've used on your account before. So all of this is still within that 24 hours. So all this happened at 11 in the morning, and all throughout the whole day I was going through about trying to figure out what I was going to do. And all meanwhile, I was always kept my eyes on the YouTube channel, because my worst fear was for them to delete everything and just replace it and then do something with it. I don't know. So I go to bed that night. I mean, there was really not much else I could do. And yeah, I just figured, okay, maybe I'll hear back in the morning from them or something. But I woke up in the morning and I found basically an email from them that they sent around between 1 and 3 a.m. my time, in Cyprus time. And it was basically saying that, you know, they couldn't verify the account or something like that. And that's exactly what I was just saying about the whole contact email. I got an email from YouTube saying that my account got disabled. And then I saw another email saying that someone went live on my account with some cryptocurrency streaming thing about Elon Musk and Bitcoin or something. So basically they went live on my channel with some video. And from what I understand, that video actually had a QR code on it. Basically, if you scan that QR code, you'd end up getting more money in some way. It's a scam. It's a complete scam at the end of the day. And I really, really hope you guys didn't fall for it, because that's just adding to my nightmare. I would never do anything like that. So these guys, basically, whoever it was, they got my account. They went live with a cryptocurrency thing. And then 10 minutes later, YouTube actually shut it down. YouTube, Google cancelled the account. They disabled it completely, and yeah, just took it down, which in a way is amazing. I'm glad they did that, because then people would have stopped getting hacked and stuff. And because of that as well, they also disabled my Google account. They not only took down the YouTube account, they disabled my Google account as well. So when I saw that, I was kind of relieved in a way, because they couldn't actually do any more damage to my account because it was disabled. So I'm like, okay, so the YouTube account has been taken down. I'm assuming I can get it back. And my Google account has been disabled. Great. Now I need to find a way back in. And the only way to do that was just wait and keep replying to these emails with Google. And the thing is with Google, I think I was dealing with the California department. Now, obviously, they're X many hours ahead or behind me, so it's not exactly real-time communication with them. So I would send an email throughout the day, and I would get a reply probably between 1 and 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep, so I was actually up within those times periodically. I never actually caught one of the emails coming straight away, but I was up pretty much around 3, 4 o'clock every morning, just constantly checking my emails to see if there was an update. So after I received that initial email about, you know, they couldn't verify that I was who I was, I had to basically file a new claim saying that I'm me. And with that new claim, I ended up entering the recovery email I used for the Google account. And then I had to wait another 24 hours where they eventually they verified it. They said, yes, we acknowledge that. 1, your YouTube account has been hacked and compromised, and 2, your Google account was basically done the same way. So after about 3 days, I think, 3 or 4 days, something like that, Google sent me a password recovery email, which is basically a password recovery link that it's a unique link tied to me only, and I could use that link to get back into my account. So I did that, I entered all my details, and I was finally back in the account, which was actually a huge relief. So that's basically step one. And then once I got into the account, I started looking at the activity. Google asked me to basically lock it down, change your password, change your recovery details, add passkeys, 2 factors, and all that stuff. So I did all that. I double checked everything, made sure that everything was good. And yeah, basically had access to my Google account again, which was fantastic. And then I replied to Google and I said, you know what, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And now we need to get the YouTube back up. I mean, that was only step one, basically regaining access to the Google account. And now I needed to get back into the actual YouTube account and get that back up and running. Because when I visited the actual YouTube account, it said this account had been disabled and taken down. So as I said, this was about day 5, I think, day 5 or 6 that this we're at now. I got access to my Google account and I just needed to get access to my YouTube account. So I emailed them and I said, great. I mean, you've got everything that you need. I've now verified that my Google account is me. I'm back in. Can we please get my YouTube account back up and running now? Because this is what I do for a living now. This is how I support my family. And bear in mind, I actually had brand partnerships lined up. I have brand partnerships lined up, which I've put to the side for now just to get this video out for you, because I feel like if you're in the same situation, you need to know what you've got to do about this. Because it's just crazy how when you're in the dark and you don't know what to do about this situation, then it's just nice to get a bit of, you know, guidance on it. And I didn't really have that. I mean, I had a few people I reached out to, but you know, what the process was like, what you need to expect from it, and how you can get it back. Because you will get it back, trust me, you will get it back. It's just a waiting game at this point. So anyway, I reached out to YouTube and then I waited. 24 hours went by. They answered again in the middle of the night. And they basically said, okay, we will look into it. They asked me a few questions to verify that the account was mine, but that was fine. I replied to them. So as soon as that email was sent, again, there's another waiting game. I tried to get on with business as usual. I tried to get my head down and create content in advance and get my head down with some coding content that I had to do. But yeah, my frame of mind wasn't great. So they went completely quiet. The next morning, I didn't receive an email. And again, I was like, really? I've been having communications with them every day since this process started. And they didn't send me one. So I was like, okay. So I left it another half day and I actually emailed them. I said, look, please, in a way begging them to give it back to me, because I really needed some reassurance or something to keep me going. And they basically didn't reply. So I left them the next day. I didn't reply. I didn't send another email. I left them for a day after that. Nothing. So I figured, it is what it is. If it comes back, it will come back. If I get an email with access again, then I'll get an email. That's great. But I need to proceed. I need to sort out my stuff, basically. So yeah, I just figured I'd just leave it. And oh, is the lighting good here? I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. It's the first time I'm using this Osmo package thing since Germany. I hope the quality is okay. If it's not, sorry. So yeah, I just left it and I was just hopeful that, you know what, it would come back. And surely enough, on day 9/day 10, I opened my email and I saw emails from YouTube saying that my monetized videos were no longer monetized, or this video was not monetized and this video is not monetized anymore because of whatever. And I was like, why am I getting that kind of email now? I thought this whole thing was over. The YouTube account was disabled. So I quickly went to YouTube and there it was. My account was actually back. And I'm like, okay, first of all, thanks YouTube for letting me know. But secondly, I'm thinking, all right, they must be working on getting it recovered. So I checked my emails. Maybe I got an email from YouTube, but there was nothing there. So I logged back into my Google account and then tried to access YouTube. And everything was there. I could actually go in again. It didn't say my channel was removed. It said everything was there again. And then obviously it showed me the video that was taken down and what had happened. And I just needed to verify a few things in the account. But everything was there. All my videos were there. No, nothing was changed. The profile picture was the same. All the description, the titles, everything I had was exactly the same. So what these guys did, they basically just literally grabbed my Google account. They went live onto YouTube. with some stupid video, and the channel got disabled, taken down, and that was it, the end of it. That's all they did. So I looked it up, and as it turns out, this is very common, and it's happened to so many people out there, so many other YouTubers out there. And it's crazy. It's such an eye-opener. I just couldn't believe I had it back. So about an hour or two later, after I saw this, I actually did get an email from Google saying that your account has been recovered and you're all good to go, basically. This was a couple of days ago, so this happened on the Saturday. Is it February 2nd, I think? Yeah, so this happened Saturday, February 7th, and today is February 9th. So I took the weekend to process a little bit and, just try and calm my excitement and relief for this whole thing. But here we are, it's Monday morning, and I'm filming this video for you just to get it out there and hopefully help a few people who either are in this current situation or are interested about what's happened to me and also how to prevent this from happening. So you're probably wondering how this actually happened. I mean, I mentioned that it happened with the sign in with Google button, but I had a passkey set up. I had two-factor authentication set up. I had my phone number set up and everything, but they still managed to get in. So the underlying tech that was used to actually hack into it or hijack my account, how did they do it? So I started researching, and it's all to do with your session cookie in the browser. Now, I deal with cookies all day, every day with my coding side of my business. So the only explanation, the only thing I can think of what happened was when I went to log in, number one, it showed me an actual Google connections. But then when you hit your account, it then redirects and asks you a password. Now that one within that pop-up could have been fake. That could have then redirected to a different website which showed a hacker's password form and all that kind of stuff. But then obviously when you log in with a Google account, you need to provide a passkey or your two-factor authentication. In this case, they didn't ask me for any of that. So the only thing I can think of is that when I entered my password in there, at that point, they grabbed my session cookie. They kind of intercepted the Google login functionality or something like that. And they grabbed my session cookie that I had with Google, which was my connection to them, which showed Google that it's me. They grabbed that, they took over that session within that 10-second spinning loading part. And within that, they basically got bypassed all of Google's security, and they went in and changed my password straight away. They changed everything, set up their own passkey, set up their two-factor authentication, which was one of those stupid security USB sticks, a physical key that you had to use, and completely removed all my recovery options. That's the only explanation I have for how this happened and how they actually got into my account. So the key takeaway from this is that you have to second guess everything that you do online. You cannot trust anyone out there. Creators, be careful with the emails that you get. Be careful about what links you press in emails. Do not trust anyone that tells you they can only deal with you within an email address, or they can only deal with you on a certain platform. No, man, you can reply to my email. You can deal with things over emails. You can even get on the phone to them. Okay, I'm not dealing with you on a special platform that I need to create an account on. If they do want you to get on a platform, these platforms usually have ways where they can actually create an account for you and send you a link and it will log you in. Don't enter any personal details on any of these. One day you could lose it all. It could have been a lot worse for me. Luckily, that Google account was only tied to my YouTube account. I didn't have anything else on there. Now, in the case of other creators I've spoken to, this is one type of phishing scam, obviously, that happened to me. Now, the other option is a malware scan, where some people will tell you they'll send you a PDF, for example, and to view the PDF, you need to use DocuSign or something. I've used that before, it's fine. But if they tell you to actually download a specific software for your computer to install it, to sign a contract, say no thanks and walk away. Because usually those are basically malware, and they'll install something on your computer. They'll either take over your computer and take everything from there, but either way, it's just a virus and they'll take your details that way. That's how a few friends I know getting hacked as well. And it's just not a nice thing, honestly. You need to protect it, because if you're building something like a YouTube channel or content or anything in general, don't want it to just suddenly disappear one day. So yeah, just be careful out there. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust everything you read. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Just be very careful out there, honestly. This really is a nice location, isn't it? So I usually come down here for a run or an exercise, something like that. It's just nice, it's refreshing. You're by the sea, it's got a nice path as well to walk by. On this side, I'm actually not allowed to fly the drone, but on the other side, I am allowed to fly the drone. The problem is those army people are on that side where I usually go. So surely flying the drone 20 meters high is not a problem, right? To recap, if you do get hacked, if for whatever reason you are locked out of your Google account and you are a YouTube partner, relax, take a deep breath, you will get it back. You just need to be patient, okay? And trust the process, basically. It's gonna take time. In my case, it took pretty much 10 days. I've heard of other cases taking 6 hours to arrange, from 6 hours to 3 days, 7 days, 3 weeks. But what matters is it will get resolved and you will get access to your account again. Just need to be patient, that's all. So to recap on the steps that you need to take if you have been hijacked. Number 1, stay calm. Number 2, go onto Twitter, X, tag Team YouTube and get their attention. Basically tell them my account has been hijacked, and tell them you're locked out of your account, all recovery details are not working, please help, or please send me the form I need to fill in. Once you tag them, don't do it 10 times just to try and get their attention. I learned that the hard way. I do think they were ignoring me. Just tag them once, give it a day. If they still haven't replied, then tag them again. All right. Once they do, they'll send you a link to a form where you can basically fill in, recover your details, and get yourself opened a case with YouTube. Once this case is opened, a case with Google and YouTube, sorry. Once this case is opened, they'll ask for your information. Remember that contact email when you ask for it, make sure you use your recovery contact email that you use to set up your Google account. That just makes things a lot easier. Once you do that, it's basically a waiting game. Answer all their questions and it will get resolved. They will send you a link to recover your Google account, where it's basically a unique link for you, for your account, and you'll be able to get in again. And once you get in, lock the shit out of it. Make sure that no one else can access it. Download your backup codes and stuff like that, and then tell YouTube it's done. And now they can proceed to recovering your YouTube account, and then they'll do it. Okay, you just need to be patient. And on that note, that's my coffee finished. I'm gonna record some drone shots. I'm gonna get some behind the scenes for a nice intro to this video, hopefully. And if you found this video helpful, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm sorry if you are going through this, just keep your chin up. It will get better, it will be resolved, you will have access back to your account. It's just a matter of time. As always, be safe, be happy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.